Hello everyone. So in the last session we studied about the packaging of DNA helix. In that we studied about the histone octamer and the DNA helix, how the chromatin fibers is present in the nucleus in such a tiny nucleus, long DNA helix. It get packed and it is surrounded by, or it surrounds or it wraps the histone octamer. And not only those histone octamer, a lot of some special or additional histone proteins or some proteins are there which get participate in the surrounding or wrapping in the DNA helix, and those histone proteins are known as non-histone proteins, non-histone chromosomal proteins. So these non-histone chromosomal proteins, these are the additional proteins, or these are the proteins which takes part in the packaging of DNA. Okay, so we studied in the class 11 about the euchromatin and heterochromatin. So euchromatin and heterochromatin, these are nothing but when the DNA is loosely packed in the nucleus, that gives light stain. Those chromosomes or chromatin fibers are known as euchromatin. Okay, some DNA, the DNA which tightly packed and it is present, those tightly packed DNA present in the nucleus gives dark stain, and those are known as heterochromatin. Okay, so with this we will move on to the next concept, that is the search of genetic material. Search for genetic material. The search for genetic material, what we are going to search here, we are searching the genetic material. As we know, the genetic materials are nothing but the fragments of DNA. We know about that. But in the previous years, the scientists, they were searching in the organisms which is being transcribed, or which is being inherit from one generation to other generation. So we'll study that here. Before going to this concept, I'd like to introduce you or I would like to give a definition for two words, that is transformation. Actually, in the molecular biology and in the genetics, the transformation of DNA, it refers to the uptake and incorporation of genetic material through the cell membrane. So transformation is nothing but, because we are in the molecular basis of inheritance, we have to talk about the DNA. Okay, so in the DNA, transformation DNA. So this transformation DNA is nothing but in a cell. What we are doing, we are uptaking the genetic material in a cell. Consider this is the genetic material or DNA. Okay, so we are uptaking the DNA or genetic material through the cell membrane, and we are incorporating the same into the other cell. So this is known as transformation of DNA. Just remember this word. I'll give you a detailed account on the transformation in this genetic material, search of genetic material. And one more thing I'd like to explain here, that is about the Streptococcus pneumoniae. When you write this name, write in a continuous form. So Streptococcus pneumoniae, this is a bacteria which causes pneumonia in human beings. Okay, but here we are learning about the Streptococcus pneumoniae. What actually it is doing, I'll tell you. So this Streptococcus pneumoniae, what actually it is a bacteria which causes diseases. All right, what kind of diseases it causes? It causes pneumonia like diseases. Okay, the structure is somewhat, it will be like this. Okay, don't draw this diagram, not necessary. So Streptococcus pneumoniae, if it has a capsule around it, this type of Streptococcus pneumoniae is known as S strain. Consider this is a capsule or a polysaccharide coat. If the Streptococcus pneumoniae is surrounded by a mucus known as polysaccharide coat, this type of Streptococcus pneumoniae is known as S strain Streptococcus pneumoniae. If the S strain is not there, what do you call those Streptococcus pneumoniae? Those are known as R strain because that lacks the capsule. It lacks the capsule. The polysaccharide coat is not present in this R strain and it is not virulent. Not virulent, but this is virulent. It causes diseases, it do not cause diseases. Just remember these two strains or these two type of Streptococcus pneumoniae. With this, we'll start with the search for genetic material. So in the genetic material, search for genetic material, we have two experiments here. Out of two, the first one is Griffith experiment. Frederick Griffith is in the year of 1926. What he did, he keep on searching the genetic material, what actually inheriting from one generation to another generation. So in his laboratory, in his like a number of numerous experiments, a series of experiment, out of series of experiment, one experiment we are learning here, we are studying here, and that is nothing but with this bacteria. So the bacteria, it looks like this. He grown, the first thing what he did, he grown the strepto. Don't forget what is our aim here. We are going to search for genetic material. Now we know the genetic material is DNA and in some viruses genetic material is RNA. But who told about these? The Griffith, while doing his experiment, he conducted some series of experiment. And he found out, he concluded some criteria, some thesis, the phenomena in which what actually described, he described, yes, this is the one, it is being inherited from generation to generation. Okay, so the first step, what we are going to learn here, we are learning about the stages, the steps. The first step, in the first step, what he did, he grown the Streptococcus pneumoniae in the laboratory. Okay, so he grown Streptococcus pneumoniae. So those Streptococcus on the culture media. So the culture media is nothing but take the petri dish and pour the suitable media or synthetic media on that. You can pour or you can put the one Streptococcus pneumoniae. Those Streptococcus pneumoniae, they grow in a tremendous number of colonies they form. Okay, so he need these colonies, number of colonies it will produces. Out of those colonies, he found out two type of colonies. One colony was very shiny in nature. out of those colony, one shiny colony he found. Colony means like this type of number of bacteria. So these bacteria were very shiny in nature. Okay, those shiny colony were nothing but S strain bacteria whose covering was by polysaccharide coat, or it get covered by a mucus known as polysaccharide coat. It literally means capsule. Okay, so shiny colony, which is nothing but S strain bacteria. Those S strain bacteria have a polysaccharide coat. That's all. And these S strain bacteria are virulent. Virulent means it is causing diseases. Okay. One more colony he found out in his culture media. Those colonies were rough colony, and he named them as, or it is the R strain bacteria whose coat or the covering of pneumococcus, streptococcus pneumonia were not, it was not having the polysaccharide coat. It means it was lacked by polysaccharide coat. It means what we can write here, rough colony or R strain colonies were non-virulent. Non-virulent in sense these are not causing diseases. All right. So we'll move on with this. The S colony and rough, shiny colony and rough colony, we studied all about all these. Okay, we have to start the experiment now. These are nothing but the preparations. Okay, so he took the S strain, he took in his first experiment the S strain bacteria, injected into the mice. What was the result? Though these are virulent bacteria, because of the disease causing in the mice were died. Okay, the mice dead or died. And in the next experiment, what he took, instead of taking S strain, he took the next strain, that is R strain. The R strains are non-virulent. They are not producing the diseases. They are not causing the diseases. When these R strain bacteria injected into the mice, when he injected into the mice was alive. Okay, so no doubt in out of these two strains, the S strain is the one which is causing diseases. Because of the disease causing bacteria, the mice could not survive. And in this strain, when the mice injected by R strain, because of the immunity power, the immunity system, it suppress the R strain, it kills the R strain, and the mice alive. In the next experiment, what he did, as I told you, he conducted series of experiment, number of experiment he conducted. In the next experiment, he heated and killed the S strain. What will happen in the next experiment? He took the S strain in the form of heat killed. It means the S strain were not like it was not in the active form. They were the Griffith heated and killed the S strain. So that content, the hit and killed S strain, was again injected into the mice. Okay, what will happen in the next experiment? The mice survived. It did not die, it survived. Why? Because what we are taking here, we are taking the S strain bacteria, but it is heated and killed. The previously it was heated and killed, so that it did not cause us infection into the mice. Later, what he did, he conducted one more experiment after this. What he did in this experiment, he take a mixture of, a combination of heat killed strain and R strain. So, I will write here, what I should write here, in one side, I will write the S strain. As I told you, a mixture of, in sense, S strain and R strain. Okay, so inside this, beside to this, what you have to write? You have to write heat killed, a mixture of S strain which is heated and killed. The previously it get mixed with the R strain. That mixture was again injected into the mice. What will be the result? What will be the result in this experiment? So, in this experiment, the mixture is heat killed and R strain. So, this, when he injected only this content, the mice was survived, and when he injected the R strain, the mice was survived. When he mixed these both mixture or these both strain, in the result, the mice died. Why so? We will see the result now. So, we have the fourth experiment here. The result is the R strain genetic material. It transferred or transformed by the S strain. Whatever the S strain had, the genetic material, those material get transformed into the R strain bacteria, so that this R strain bacteria, it become virulent bacteria. It forms a polysaccharide coat. It forms a capsule around it, from where it is taking all these mechanism or all these capsule and all from the S strain bacteria. Okay, so if you consider it is already heat killed and it is not in active form, let me tell you, the genetic material will be as it is, those genetic material transforming, andre it means uptaking and incorporating. It is uptaken from the S strain and it is incorporated into the R strain. So, that is nothing but transformation of genetic material. So that R strain, which is a virulent bacteria, when it injected, or when that virulent bacteria injected into the mice died. So that is the procedure. So after 16 years, Avery, Lloyd and McCarthy, 3 scientists came and they rediscovered the phenomena. What actually is going to happen in this experiment, why the mice died, what is the genetic material. So to test this, to find out the exact reason, they test the biochemical reactions. So in the biochemical reaction, he selected, or the 3 scientists, they selected or they picked the tissues of dead mice and they did the experiment with the protein enzymes and RNAs and DNAs. Okay. So these 3 biochemical reactions or biochemical experiment conducted by 3 scientists with the dead mice caused due to injection of the mixture of S strain and R strain. So when they tested for the protein enzyme or proteases, okay, so the tissues were allowed with the protein enzymes or proteases, the proteins get digested because the protein enzymes they took and the tissues of dead mice they took, they mixed the both the substrate and the product was nothing, everything got dissolved. And in the next experiment they took one more tissue. Actually what they are doing, they are testing or they are finding out the actual process or the actual phenomena, what actually being inherited or being transformed from one bacteria to other bacteria. No doubt Griffith told about this in this experiment, from the S strain, the R strain getting the power and it become virulent, but somewhere he did not convinced in a such manner. Either it is proteins or RNAs or DNAs, he could not concluded that. Because of that, the 3 scientists reworked on the same experiment. What they did, they first tested for the proteins. They want to conclude the concept, either it is a protein or it is a RNA or it is a DNA. To find out the result, what they did, they took the tissues of dead mice and they subjected with the proteases or protein enzymes. All the proteins digest. It means the proteins were not the genetic material. They wrote the conclusion. And in the next experiment, they took the tissue. It was subjected with RNAs. They want the result. Whether it is a RNA, it is not inheritable in the next generation and next generation. They want the exact conclusion. When they subjected the RNase enzyme with the dead mice tissue, the RNA was also digested. When in the next experiment they subjected the DNase enzyme with the mice tissue, the DNA was not digested. The DNA was there. It was in the stained form. So, at last, what it was concluded? It was concluded that DNA is the genetic material which is being transformed from one to other place, from one generation to other generation, from one cell to other cell. When it get being active, it become virulent and it is harming to the mice. Okay, so you have to learn this experiment. Many of the time they asked about the Griffith experiment for 5 mark. Alright, if they ask for 5 mark, you have to write the reactions, you have to write the theory, and you have to conclude with everything. And don't forget to mention heat killed in the 4th and 3rd experiment. Okay, so if you are not showing heat killed, it means you are not you are not aware of this experiments, so you lose the mark. So learn these experiments, prepare well, and if you have any doubt, ask me. Thank you.